when I step in here and I'm driving, when I scoop right here, I'm blocking his hips in, right? So I'm pinching his hips. I'm not just pulling him on. If I'm just pulling him on, he's gonna hop his hips over, to this. If you ever get in this position, do I let go of the 2-on-1? No, I follow it right back into him. But you shouldn't get there because I'm pinching his hips. I gotta control his hips on a 2-on-1, right? So when I get that 2-on-1, I'm blocking, I'm driving over his shoulder. So I'm pinching his hips. I'm controlling these hips the whole time. Now I'm elevating, pulling, shooting that out. So I'm not just pulling them on top of me and then getting in the position. I'm controlling those hips the whole way. Does that make sense? All right. Okay. So now we're going to go through the roll through tilt. Now this is a good tilt. I've hit this in high school, college. We had guys on our Bakersfield team. One guy teched his guy in the finals with this move. He could do it from standing. He did it from everywhere. It's a great move. So if you get a guy's wrist, you should be scoring back points. So here, do the chop. I got this wrist. Now notice, instead of going on the inside, right, which is what we've been doing, going on the outside right here. Now everybody go like this, make kind of like a V with their hand. I'm going to be shoving his elbow and pulling his wrist towards his hip. You guys see that? So from here, putting right on his elbow, or right above his elbow, pulling his wrist and shoving that through. Bringing my elbow to the inside. Now notice where my body is. Where are his hips? My body's covering his hips, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of people try to circle out and do this roll and come out here. I'm behind. I'm right here. I'm behind the head. This is my driveway right here. So I'm on his wrist, making that V, shoving that elbow, pulling that wrist to his back pocket. I want to pull it all the way as far as I can to his back pocket. Now from here, my elbow drops in along with my head. Flipping my head in. Now from here, I'm not kicking around. I'm kicking straight over the top.
Hello?
Now what is this? My post, right? Here. Pull him right in. Now from here, from that V, I switch and I pull this in tight. Now from here, I'm bringing my elbow to my knee. You guys know what this does? What does my elbow to my knee do? Traps that leg. See that? And that's the key thing. If I miss that and I'm holding here, where's his leg? It's out, right? So this leg, trapping this leg is almost more important than the knee. You gotta have both, but you want to make sure you get that elbow to the knee. Now I switch grips right here and I pull this in tight and elevate that leg. You see that? And notice he starts moving. So I'm scooting, keeping that knee up. Staying what? Perpendicular or parallel? Perpendicular. Okay. So you're chopping, grabbing that wrist, making that V, shoving it and pulling it at the same time. Now that brings out that space right here. Now I can throw my elbow down and my head. Now I'm going to go slow. This time I'm just going to show you the kick over. So I kick straight over, right here to this position. Now watch. As I pull, it's all going to be one motion, but I pull it right to my elbow. You guys see that? How it went right to my elbow? Mm-hmm. Now switch grips and pull it to me. So it's obviously fast. You can't. I'm not pulling out, jumping over and pulling them in. I got to be pulling at the same time. So when I roll through, I'm pulling that wrist and shoving that elbow as my body kicks. I'm using my whole body to pull this arm. I'm using my whole body. This is taking his whole body over. So, got that wrist, taking that elbow, shoving it all the way through and pulling that hand to his back pocket as I tuck my elbow in, my head to the inside. Now remember, I'm kicking. My foot kicks straight over the top as I pull my elbow to my knee, got my leg elevated, knee pointing towards the ceiling. Now I reverse my grip right here. I can scoop it. questions? Yeah. So let's change this angle right here. So, remember, got that wrist. Remember, make that V. Put it right above that elbow. Now pulling and shoving that through as my elbow and head drums. Now from here, I'm kicking over, pulling that through. Switching grips, pulling this in tight. Any more questions? Everybody's got it? All right, 1, 2, 3.